Hello everyone.
هلو رانيا، good morning.
كيفك خالد؟
تمام، انت كيف؟
الحمد لله. هاي محمد. هاي محمد كيفك؟ Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi Miss Lena.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, I am ready. I'm sorry for being late, but I was
It's
in a
okay.
meeting.
We didn't
I'm sorry.
start yet.
Okay. So whom are we waiting still for?
Ammar.
Ah,
We are waiting for Ammar to join. I will call him.
okay, all right, okay.
Khaled?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's start. Let's record
Oh,
the session. He is here.
it is
Okay, he
recorded.
just joined.
It is
Okay,
recorded.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay.
Good morning, Ammar. I was
Good
trying to
morning.
call you.
No
Okay.
worries. Morning, Miss Lina.
Good
Miss
morning,
Evie.
everyone. Good morning.
Mr. Muhammad, hi. Okay, Khalid, we can start.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session. We will be starting with Power BI. But before that, let me introduce myself. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Khalid Hourani. I am a Microsoft certified trainer, and I'm working with the CTS as a technical trainer. And we will be covering during these trainings Power BI. I will join with you or share with you the schedule or the training plan, so we make sure that we are working on the steps that we need on this plan. Okay? Let me join the screen and show you what we're going to be covering in this training session, in these training sessions. So we will be starting with Power BI basics and installation. We will be covering everything related to Power BI, define Power BI. What is Power BI? What does it cover? How does it connect? What are the options of Power BI and why we use Power BI? We'll go through also the installation and setup. We'll be walking through the interface walk through loading data. How do we load data? From what sources? What types of data we can load? How we do that? Also, we'll be going through the data transformation and modeling. Before we start using data, of course, we need to have the data, the source data that we will be using in Power BI. This data should be transformed and modeled. We call it cleaning for the data of the data in order to get the best of this data in order to have correct results and correct visuals or dashboards that are related to this data. So before we just grab the data and start using it, we should transform this data. We'll be seeing how to load this data, how to clean the data, and shape it and make the best use of this data. Then we'll go through the visualization of Power BI. What types of visualizations do we have? How to suit the visualization with our target, how to use this or when to use this or that visualization, the bar charts, the line charts, the pie charts, or any types of charts. Maybe we can use, sometimes we're going to use tables and metrics. So also we're going to use some advanced visualizations like maps. Now we can link the maps to our dashboard so that let's say we need a report that is related to country for sales, for example, or for education or for whatever. So we can show these in maps. We can go through a map and press on the country that we want, and it will be automatically linked to the dashboard or to the report or to the chart that is connected to it. This is a great idea also. We have some custom visuals. We'll be seeing that. So we're also going to cover advanced Power BI features like Power BI services. What are them? How to publish a report or a dashboard, how to share it, and how to collaborate with it. We're also going to have the DAX functions that are calculated, or functions or that we write in order to get more specific or more suited functions that may include writing some functions. It is similar to the Excel functions, but we can add more features and make them more powerful and more efficient. Also, we have things related to time intelligence. We have also we're going to talk about how to create dashboards, and also through the course we will be having reviews and practices, and we'll also think about a project to perform it together, a project that suits your line of work. We design that together, we discuss it together, and decide about it together. So these are the basics or the titles we're going to discuss in this course. So reading this,
I think Miss Lena has a question.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm not opening the chat. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
It's okay, thank you. I just see that, recording is taking place. I want to ask, may we get this recording, okay, and recordings of the upcoming sessions, because maybe we can refer back to them later in the future in case, we need to get back to anything or know how something can be done. Is it possible?
Absolutely, absolutely. Ms. Lena.
Sure,
Right now
Miss
we are
Lena.
recording the session and we will share the
Alright.
recordings with you for all the
Alright.
I
sessions.
will
So,
share the
Okay.
recording with you when we finish
Oh,
the session.
alright.
Don't worry.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Most
Thanks.
welcome.
thank you, thank you.
Okay, so you have seen these. Are they covering all your needs? Do you need to add anything to that? Are they suitable for your targets?
I will ask my colleagues, to answer, but from my side, because maybe we don't have that much information about Power BI or how to use it, I feel that will be more than enough for the time being.
Okay,
And maybe
this
as we
is
start
covering.
working, as
Okay,
we
sorry.
start working, with our data and see the needs, in case we need any other trainings or maybe additional specs, maybe we can request. I don't know. What do you think, colleagues?
Let me help you answering that. If your knowledge in Power BI is basic, we can cover all these. These covers starting from beginner up to professional. So I guess these are more than enough, as you said. So let's start from lesson 1, the overview of Power BI, its components, and everything related to it. Okay? So give me a second. I will start the presentation from my side.
One before while you are sharing, Ms. Lena, also feel comfortable during the session. If you need to jump into a specific point or if you want to jump to the next topic, just tell us. We can adjust the training topics.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thanks.
okay. So we don't
Thank
want
you.
to sit and watch something that probably you already know. If the keeps,
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks.
thank you, thank you.
1 second. I want to share the other screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. So this is the first lesson. We're going to start with Power BI basics. We'll be discussing Power BI and its components, installation and setup, interface walkthrough, and we'll just load a sample or an example of data in order to get the overall idea about Power BI. So before I start, any of you have any definition or can give us an idea about what is Power BI?
Power Business Intelligence.
Okay. What is the main target of Power BI?
To let me say, to get data analysis, visualization of data, graphs.
Exactly. It is a way to visualize data in order to make it more efficient and easier to get results from it. So Power BI, it is we call it a business analytics service by Microsoft. Sorry, did anybody ask anything? Anyway, so again, it is a business analytics service that provides interactive visualization and business intelligence capabilities. So it gives us or shows us our data in a way that is visualized and easy to manage and easy to show to clients or to other persons. Of course, we can show tables and we can show charts from Excel. But when we're talking about Power BI, we have a more powerful tool that enables us again to show these results coming in tables in a way that is much easier, much impressing, or gives us an explained by visual or by pictures, as we can see here on this screen. As you can see here, we have different visuals like numbers here. As you can see, we have charts here, different pie charts, and each and every one of these charts is related to a source. Maybe they are related to one source, maybe they are related to more than one source. In Power BI, we can have 70 plus different sources in one visual dashboard or in one visual report, because we have something else that's called Power BI reports. This is not our discussion, but in Power BI visualization, we can have the ability to link to different or to 70 different sources. They can be different sources like Excel files, like coming from the web, like coming from different other sources. We'll be seeing all of that. The best thing about Power BI that we can customize it, and it is always updated because it is automatically updated from the sources. So whenever we need to update information, whenever they are updated at the source, they will be reflected directly to the source that we have. And we all know that Power BI is a part of Power Apps. So Power BI is a part of Power Apps. So we can integrate it with Power Apps also. So if we have an application that we have created through Power Apps, we can integrate Power BI through that. It is a powerful tool for visualization, as I said. Think about it as a super smart tool that helps you to turn your data into meaningful insights, and visually appealing reports. Go ahead, Jamal.
Khalid, I just wanted to check, what are the power apps that we have?
Sorry?
The power apps that you just spoke about.
I talked about Power Apps. I said that Power BI is a member in Power Apps. That's what I said. So we can mix our reports that are coming also from Power Apps. We can integrate Power BI inside Power Apps applications. That's what I said.
Okay, power apps. Could you just elaborate on power apps?
Sorry?
What examples do we have for the power apps? Are there special applications?
No. I will show you that what I
Okay.
mean during the explanation. Do not worry. But what I want you to understand is that Power BI by itself is a member of Power Apps. When you go to Power Apps, I will show you that. Let me just open that in order to show it to you in an easier way. I will show you here. You can see my screen, yeah? This is where I go to Power Apps. When I logged into my Power Apps, I can use Power BI from there, okay? This is what I mean. As you can see, we can integrate Power Apps within our, we can integrate our Power BI within our Power Apps applications or solutions. This is what I meant. It is a part of the Power Apps family, okay? I want to show you.
Right. So all the applications that we have from Microsoft 365, right? These are the Power Apps.
Yes, it is. This is the Power BI. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, it is a member of the family of Power Apps, and Power Apps is a member of the 365. So they are all connected to each other. So you can integrate and use all your solutions and integrate Power BI to get any reports from these sources. This is what I meant, okay? So as you can see here, this is Power BI. So we have it, and we can also include it within our teams. We can also include reports in our teams application also. Is that clear? Let's
Yes.
get back to the presentation. So this is our presentation again. So this is what I was saying about Power Apps and Power BI. So Power BI, what are Power BI? We have the Power BI service. Power BI service, what is this Power BI service? It is the service that allows me to open the reports in different applications, within 365, within Power Platform, within Power Apps, within all these applications. I need a service that allows me to open the dashboards or the visualizations that I did. This is the role of the Power BI service. Once you install Power BI desktop on your computer, the service will be ready. And even if you use Power BI Pro, which is a web version of Power BI, you will also be using this Power BI service. So it is a secure Microsoft hosted cloud service that lets users view dashboards, reports, and Power BI applications. So it also gives you the ability to use the Power BI on Android or on iOS or Mac OS. So this is the engine, or this is the service that gives you the ability to open your visualized reports within any of these different platforms. We have the Power BI desktop. Once you have your subscription, you can install Power BI. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. And as I told you earlier, you can connect your reports to different sources, like 70 on-premises and cloud data sources. So here's another option. We can combine between the sources. Some sources might be on-premise, and others could be on cloud. So we can combine the sources that we are showing in our report. Let's say that we have this report. This report can be connected to sources from your on-premise, which means your own computer or your own server or your own network, and also can have different sources coming from cloud data. So if you are creating a dashboard that connects data from your own computer or from your own on-premise sources, plus data coming from cloud, you can do that using the Power BI desktop. We also have another version of Power BI Pro, which is a cloud-based software that comes with a monthly fee. I guess it is $10 per month. I don't know if if numbers has changed or cost has changed, but Power BI Pro, you can have it and work with it from the cloud. Okay. The biggest difference between Power BI Desktop and Power BI Pro is the ability to collaborate with other Power BI users. So when you're working on your Power BI desktop version, you cannot collaborate during the initialization or the design or data cleaning. But when you cannot collaborate with others in your network or in your business environment. But when you are working with Power BI Pro and the others are working within or from Power BI Pro, you can all collaborate from starting from ground zero, from the step one. So you can all work together on the loading of data, the cleaning of data, the designing of the reports, the publishing, and the collaboration. So this is the main difference between Power BI Desktop and Power BI Pro. Let me give you an advice or a hint or something that I have witnessed. The Power BI Desktop has more tools than the Power BI Pro. You can reach the final design or the final dashboard that you want using both of these versions. But when you work with Power BI Desktop, you feel that you have more tools, and you can see that you have more tools in design or in cleaning data or whatever. But of course, Power BI Pro has all the power to give you to reach the ability to reach to the same visual reports. Okay. Why do you think we should use Power BI? First thing,
Khaled,
yes.
I think someone has a question. Muhammad, Noreen, Mr. Stephen, do you have any question?
No, no, all good. Thank you.
Okay, because I saw the
Someone
hand raised.
asked, it was Muhammad, he asked something, I guess, if I'm
Mr.
not
Stephen, they
mistaken.
are all under the same PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
nice.
the first and most important thing about Power BI, that is, it is a quick start. You can get the insights quickly without any complications and setup, or without any complications in loading the data, or without any complication while cleaning the data. It is very easy. It is very simple to install, to download, to install, to start and work with. And you will see that during the trainings. So in simple steps, you can create very quickly a dashboard that is very efficient and looks very professional. Of course, it doesn't mean that it does not need a training or work or going through it. It it needs training if we need to have more professional, more efficient results in our dashboards, because discussing the DAX or discussing complicated charts or complicated dashboards, this thing needs training in order to be or have better or the best of the Power BI. So it is a very quick start. We can just start working with it just in minutes and create a magnificent report without the need of any background data or any sophisticated or complicated information.
Sorry,
Is
may
that-
I ask a question here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, talking about quick start and all of that, are there any prerequisites the person, any
Yes.
skills he should
Yes,
have?
yes,
He should be,
yes,
for
sure.
example, proficient in Excel, or no problem if he's a beginner?
Okay.
Any prerequisites for that? Thank you.
Let me tell you that in a simple way. If you need to have a report coming from a simple Excel sheet, you should have basic knowledge in Excel. These are how to create a table, how to manage columns, how to differentiate between column types or data types. This is a must. So in order to get a visualized report, you need to know that this field should be text, this field should be date, this field should be, let's say, any type of the fields that we have in Excel. So having a basic Excel knowledge is a must. This is when we are talking about simple reports or simple dashboards coming from a single or from a separate tables. What do I mean by separate tables? Now I am going to have or need to have a report or a visual report that is coming from a single table in Excel. So this would be very easy. I should have only basic knowledge about Excel. But if I'm trying to have a report or a dashboard coming from different tables that are connected to each other, you know what I mean by connected to each other, that they have relation between each other, then I should have also a knowledge about the relationships. If you know, do you know anything about relational database or relational tables? Do you have any idea about that?
I personally, I don't know, but from the title, I can understand when, a table feeds the other, or when they are, interactive ones. Okay,
Yes.
or for example, when you change data in one feed and one table, it reflects on the other.
This
what
is
I
the
can
relation.
understand.
This is the relational. This is the relational tables or the relational database. So in order to get a report coming from related tables, you should understand the type of relations. Sometimes we have what we call one-to-one relation, or one-to-many, or many-to-many. These
So
are the
this means
different.
that we should know coding over here and writing formulas.
This is just before anything, before coding or before writing formulas. Simply, I will add to tomorrow, for tomorrow's session, I will add the basics of relational database in order to give you an idea how to connect tables. I will simply say it now. Let's say we need to have a sales report. This sales report is coming from a table that is including the customer name, let's say, address, and also we have purchase amount. How much did this person or this client purchase? Okay, we can have this table simply visualized in one single report. But let's say my management asked me to define these clients or these customers' countries. Where are they coming from? Let's say that we need to have a query about how much we are selling in each country. Understood? So
Right.
here I need to have a table or add a field to this table that includes the country. But what if I have a customers database and I have countries database, I have, or table, let's say table now, not to complicate things. So there should be a field that connects the clients with the country, or the clients with other fields. So there should be a common field or a related field between these tables. Now, I might have one customer connected to one country. This is one-to-one relationship, right? But what if I'm talking from the side of the country? I have in one country, I might have more than one customer. This is called many to one or one to many. Okay. And even if I might have many to many relationships. So in order to understand and build a very well designed dashboard that is connected to different tables, I should have the ability or to connect these tables together. I will explain that to you tomorrow before I start the next session. Okay, so don't worry. So the basics of creating a dashboard, as we said, one table, it's very quick and can be done easy. Even if I will give you a hint that will relieve you. Even if I have multiple tables, sometimes Power BI have the ability to connect these tables together using the artificial intelligence or the smart and Power BI. it can detect sometimes simple and direct relationships between tables. Even if you do not have them connected, it can connect them if the things are clear and drafted directly. But having the knowledge of relating databases should be at your side or from you, because sometimes you have some complex relationships that you need to visualize or show in a report. Is that clear? Yes.
Yes.
So also we have streamlined publication and distribution, which means that instead of me writing emails or sending emails or sending files or putting them on shared drives, in Power BI, we can just streamline them together in this report. We have real-time information, as I told you earlier. All the information that are updated in the source will be reflected on the dashboards that we have. We have also the ability to customize the Power BI application navigation. We have the ability to customize it, put this here, put that there, remove any of the dashboards and add any of the dashboards that we know. We have the ability to customize it. We also have the ability to customize security features. Let's say we have a report, and this thing we had in a real situation. I had to create a visual dashboard, and I didn't want to allow all the users to have the same functionalities on that dashboard. Sometimes I need users only to view. I need only sometimes also some of the clients or the customers of colleagues to see and others not. So I have the customization ability of the security features, which I can allow or deny or allow to see or to edit, and I can have the ability to show to some people and do not show to others. As we can see, we also have the Cortana integration. We can use it in a way that it can read and help us in many things, Cortana. And we have the artificial intelligence that can be used in order to access what is called features of artificial intelligence, like accessing the image recognition and text analytics, and create some models using these abilities in Power BI. So here are 7 reasons that pushes me to use Power BI. Any questions?
Yes, sorry, but excuse my ignorance over here.
No, please.
What is
Let me tell you
Cortana?
something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I am here to help you get the knowledge related to Power BI or anything related to it. So don't be shy. I love questions, and I love persons who need to learn. So go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now, what is Cortana integration?
Cortana, do you know Cortana?
I don't know.
Cortana is a visual or speaking agent from Microsoft that helps you, like the one used in Mac and Apple. Siri, they call it Siri.
Siri and Alexa.
Yes, it is a robot that
like
talks
Siri?
to you. Yes, it's like Siri. It is the version of Microsoft. This is the Siri version of Microsoft. Okay. Now, how do we download or install Power BI desktops? We have different methods. We can go to official website, which is, I will send the link for you, or we can go to Microsoft Store also and start downloading the Power BI. Let me show you that. Okay, let's say Power BI installation. Okay, let's say we do not Power BI desktop installation. I will pretend that I do not know anything about that. Okay, Here is the official, as you can see, here is the official link where you can install the Power BI. As you can see, the first thing you need is to download, select the language that you want. As you can see here, we have it in different languages. We select the language that we want and press on download. Here you can select which version you have, if you have a 64-bit or you have the 32 bits. You just press on here and press on download. As you can see, this is the size. It's 461 megabytes. If you also have a
Sorry,
license,
Khalid, do we have it for both Mac as well as Windows, or just Windows devices?
yes, you can install a version for Macintosh. There is a version for Macintosh, as I guess, okay? And even if you have Power BI or you have your own license, as you can see, you can go to app.powerbi.com. This is the interface, and from here, you also can download Power BI. You can see here, we have Power BI desktop, we have the data gateway, we have the paginated report builder, whatever you need, and we have, this is what we are looking for, Power BI desktop. Okay, it will take you to the store. This is the Power BI. All you need is to install the Power BI. Okay, so as I have shown you, two different ways to install Power BI. So after you install Power BI, okay, you click on the download, choose the file, open the file, accept it, and from there, after that, it will be driven next, next, next. You have to just select where do you want it, what folder you are going to use. After that, you start the Power BI desktop. You can see the Power BI desktop icon on your PC. I will show it to you. Power BI. I will drag the screen to show you. This is the Power BI. Here it is starting. This is the version of Power BI desktop. As you can see, this is the welcome screen of Power BI. You can just see that it has some notifications here or news. You can see what's new. You can join the forums if you have, and this is a great way to improve your knowledge within any product. Go to the forums, read within these forums. You will be seeing many people adding topics and discussing topic, asking questions and answering questions. And even if you like to have any question, you can drop it on the forum and you will get different answers from different subscribers from within these forums. Also, you have the blogs and we have tutorials. And if you press on the tutorials, it will take you to a Microsoft LAN database, which includes all the paths that you need for Power BI. We have also related topics here. You can just start them. And if you have a Microsoft account, you can start earning points by learning through Microsoft Learn. If you have an account, just go ahead and start learning. If you don't, you can create a new account and start learning. Whenever you start learning, it will be recorded and you will be having additional points and budgets from Microsoft that will be converted automatically into prizes or to improve your presence on LinkedIn or any place that you are connected within Microsoft family. Okay, this is the tutorial that I was talking about. Here is also you can see some videos that are related to that. So this is the welcome, or this is the interface, the first interface you get from Power BI. Here you can disable this screen from being presented whenever you start Power BI, and if you like to keep it, you can keep it. If you don't, you just need to unmark this box. So here is the interface of Microsoft Power BI. As you can see, we have different areas I will be explaining now. Okay, so the main road I follow is import data. These are the things you should keep in mind. These are the steps you will follow with each and every report you are going to create. So the first step is import the data. Then here, between here and there is what is called the cleaning of data or modeling of the data. Then creating the report that you want based on the data you have created or added to this report. Then you can customize the looks, the views, the colors, everything that you want for this report, then or dashboard, of course. Then publish it and create the Power BI or create the dashboard and share the dashboard if you want with others. Of course, we are going to share it because this is the main target of using Power BI. I create a report or I create a visual dashboard in order to show it to others, in order to make it the presenter of my data. So this is the main target, or this is the main goal of Power BI, is to share this dashboard that is basically a table or a bunch of tables that are connected together, and I'm using it to make things much clear and much easy for the users to see. Is everything clear till now, guys?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's great. This is the welcome screen that I've shown you. You can see we have the get data, recent resources. I will talk about that later. Here are the main parts of the user interface. Here are the file related, get data. Here, when this is the most first step I will go with, which is getting the data, select the sources of data. Then you can see enter data, edit data. We have lots of things we'll be working with. Here we have the area where I can switch between the report view, the data view, and the model view. Let me show that to you, or I will show that to you here. As you can see here, this is the report view. This is the data view. All these are empty because I didn't load any data, but this is the main interface I'm talking about. Here is the dashboard where whenever I get the data, after I get the data, everything will be filled here. Let me go back to the presentation and show you that later. So here are the visual. Number 3 is the pages switching. If I have different pages, it's like Excel. If I have different tabs, I can switch between them. We have here where I select the chart type. As you can see, we have linear, we have pie, we have different types. We also have, as you can see here, this is the maps, and we can do a lot and see a lot with this. Here are the fields that will be coming from the tables that you have imported through or from Excel or from website, or we'll see now how it will be filled. Okay, let me take you back to Power BI and show you the get data. This is today is only a quick introduction, but of course we're going to do a lot and a lot with each and everything of this. But let me show you the get data button. As you can see here, I can get from Excel, from Power BI datasets, from data flows, from Dataverse, from SQL Server. I don't know what is your knowledge about these sources, but of course, you know the Excel workbook, and of course, you know the web. I can see more sources that I can get data from. Just wait for it a second. It will show you all the sources that I can get data from here. They are categorized files. Here are the types of files I can get. We can get from text or comma separated files. We can take from XML or from JSON files, from a folder, from a PDF, from Paraquet, which is related to one type of databases, and we can also have from a SharePoint folder. So if you have an Excel file or have a SharePoint folder or it is online, you can connect your data source to that. Another type are the databases. I don't know if you know about the databases, but tomorrow we'll be talking about some basics of data connections and databases. This will be covered tomorrow. As you can see here, we have different types of databases, but the most used are the Oracle and the SQL, and we have, I don't know if we can connect to that. Let me show it to you before I mention it. It's the Maria database. It is here. So databases, what are databases? They are solutions of tables, of connected tables that include information. Maybe these information are coming from a database that is in Google Sheets. I can also act with them, get the information from there. Just will be explaining that and showing that later. We have the connections with Power Platforms. As you can see, the Dataverse is a kind of, let me say, database. It is a kind of database management system. It is more than that, in fact. We'll talk about that later, but Dataverse is used within Microsoft Power Platforms in order to store information. So it is a type of table storing information. The most important thing about the Dataverse is that it is a database that includes some features or some tools within it. For example, when I create tables within Dataverse, I can use different tools like the sharing, like the security, and it has included tons of sample database tables in order to make it much easier for me to create an application. So instead of designing an application from ground zero to choose the tables that I want, you can simply go with Power Platform Dataverse and you will find most of the tables that you might need in order to create an application. Another source is the Azure, which is everything related to online storage, online different type of storages, whether it is a blob, a table, or a database. As you can see here, it's also a source for big data. I don't know if you have or if you are familiar with what I'm talking about, but when I'm talking about big solutions and enterprise solutions, I would need an enterprise store, data store to put data in. Let me brief that for you. If you are creating like a database that will include all the names of all the persons with all information, let's say health information related to them, I'm talking about big data, which means I'm talking about all the world. I'm not talking about Emirat or about Lebanon or about Gulf or about Middle East. No, I'm talking about all the world. We have billions of information. So I would surely need a storage system that can handle big data and can work with this big data. So Azure is the place that gives me such a solution. And when I have such big data, I need engines to work with it. I need powerful computing to work with it. Microsoft Azure gives me the ability to do this. When I have this data calculated, manipulated, queried, and I have final results, I can get these results and take them to Power BI. So when I'm talking about huge solutions. I'm talking about Azure services plus the Power BI. I also have online services. As you can see, I can get information from any powerful online service that I might have. Okay, all these are online services, and I have other. As you can see, I can select the web. Let me just demonstrate for you something now. All I will get from Excel. Let me see. This is Excel. I will connect to Excel. This is an example I got just for you. I will demonstrate that for you. We still have 5 minutes. As you can see, here are the tables and the sheets that are within this report. As you can see, I have this information. This is a sheet. This is another one. And this is another one. I can select whatever tables or whatever sheets that I want. I would go to transform data to see. This is the next step. I'm doing that quickly. We'll do that again. Okay, as you can see here, I can do whatever I want with these tables or records or columns or whatever I want. Let me say I want to change the name of this. I can double click and remove. This is now, what I'm doing is data transformation, data cleaning. Units sold, I remove the space between them. Okay, let me see. I don't want this one. I want to move it here. This is one way. I can also remove this column. And as you can see here on the right, it is recording what I am doing. Maybe I want to roll back the removed columns. Okay, as you can see here. I also can press on here and select filtering for that. Maybe I want to choose whatever I want to do with that. I can do. Let me press on here and I can replace the values. I can group, I can transform, I can change the type from text to decimals to whatever I want. I want to make it a true or false. I want to make it a binary. We'll talk about that later. So I have done, let me say, I will remove these. I would select remove. Just doing anything to show you what I'm doing. After that, I'm done with data transformation. I would say close and apply. Okay. It is working on the data that I have. Now I can go to here and I can see the data that I have. And I have, as you can see, we have two tables. For example, let's say I'm connecting this with this one. Just this is something for demonstration. It might not be efficient or good, but I'm just showing you how I can do that. But before I use this one and connect it to there, I should be knowing what I'm doing exactly, because it might give me a report that is not so efficient. Here, as you can see, these are the tables that I want. Okay, as you can see here, these are the fields. I can select any field. I would say I will select a pie table, a pie chart, and start, let's say, of course, this is not something very efficient, as I told you earlier, but I'm just creating things to demonstrate how easy things can be done. Okay, let me month name, and I will select. I can change the sources. Things are not showing here because it is not a connected report. I'm just showing you how easily it can be done. After that, we can just publish the report that we want. We have many things we are going to explain here during the sessions. the training sessions, but today was an introduction to see how we can to get to know what is Power BI, the main components, the screens that we have, how to load data, and we can play with that very much. Let me show you something else also. What I want to do is to get a new one, a new report based on, this is another quick example I would give to you in order if you need to just play around with Power BI, I will get from web. Let's say I need to go to Wikipedia. I would go to, I will show you what I'm going to do. Wikipedia and population of countries. Let me know if countries. Okay, here are, this is a database that includes the country and the population. I would go with this link, Control-C, and we'll take it to Power BI. We're working on this page. Okay, and I'll press on OK. Let's see. No, you don't like this value. This is the value that I want. Okay, it is connected. It is just, as you can see here, it will show me the tables. Is everything clear to you guys?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay.
Yes. So
now
far.
I have the data. I can, what should I press now?
Transform data.
Transform.
Of course, to see if I want to do any transformation with my, maybe I don't need this one, I would remove it. I would keep only remove, select them all and remove. Okay, I just keep these, apply and close. Okay, this is what I have. As you can see, this is a visual report for all the countries. Okay, as you can see here, it should show me the population. Okay, as you can see, this is the country and this is the number, or this is the population of this country. And how many minutes did it take me to do that? 3 or 4 minutes, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay, so I guess this is the end of our day. I hope that you enjoyed and got what you want. Do you have any questions before we leave to end the session?
First of all, thank you on behalf of all the GIS team. It was a very motivational introduction. We're looking forward to learn more in the upcoming sessions, and maybe when we start working on having hands-on, okay?
Yes,
maybe
sure.
we build,
I follow this strategy always.
Yeah,
I will
but
start.
that was
Just
very
I need you to know.
interesting introduction.
That's
يعني
great.
for me personally, I cannot wait till I attend the next session and the session after in order to know more about it. And you put it in a very simplified chronological order as well that make it easy, even for someone who is not that much tech savvy. Thank you very much. And thank you for the CTS team as well.
You are most welcome. So tomorrow we'll be starting, sorry, go ahead, Muhammad.
No, it's all good this side. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all. I'm just going to show you the roadmap for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will start telling you or showing you what we need in Excel and what we need in relational database in order to get the best of our trip or journey within Power BI. Not to skip anything, not to drop anyone, because as you know, we should have basic knowledge in Excel. I will cover that very quickly tomorrow, and basic knowledge in relational databases in order to have other sessions with relief and do whatever we want and everything. I hope.
By the way, you are a good teacher, a good facilitator, huh?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
you prepare your learners for the next step.
Yes,
And,
this is what I've been doing since 15 or 20 years.
Okay,
So
we can see that you have those elements of a good teacher. Okay,
thank you.
is there
so
any
much.
type of, is there any readings or anything that we have maybe to familiarize ourselves with tonight so that tomorrow we can come to the session prepared as well?
Yes, if you can go and read about or watch about relational database, but don't go deep in order not to get lost.
Do you have
Just
anything? Do you advise us of anything that you can
let me
send to
send
us?
that to you on the chat. Let me show that. Let me wait. I don't want you to get lost. That's
or
why
overwhelmed, we know this.
Okay.
But maybe
Just
something that will make as well your job like more smoother tomorrow, and maybe we will be as well mentally prepared.
keep waiting till tomorrow. I will do the things easier for you.
We
And if we
don't
need,
have to read anything tonight. Is
no,
there anything?
just relax. If you like, let me share this with you. 1 second. I will share with you my best friend. I love this guy. He is very powerful and everything. I will give you an advice to share or to subscribe to watch Power BI with Kevin Starvert. I will give you the name. He has a channel on YouTube.
Stratford.
I can, Selena, I can send you the sources by email.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you don't have the time. Khaled, don't worry. We can send them the resources. Any resource that you think they can read today before the session tomorrow. Anything that would be helpful, we can share.
That's great. Okay.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, CTS. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Welcome.
Mr. Ammar, Ms. Rania, and all the attendees as well.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Yella, looking forward.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you, Steve. See you tomorrow.